The experiences he gained on his trek stimulated what many regard as the most artistic and fruitful period of his life. He lived and worked with the shearers in their sheds and heard their tales of woe. He witnessed the cruelty of a country which left women and children fending for themselves, while the men were away for months at a time, droving mobs of cattle. At night he sat round the campfires with the swagmen or rouseabouts and learned what made them laugh and cry. He discovered their many different reasons for tramping the outback. Most were just lost souls in search of food and water, chopping wood and doing odd jobs in return for temporary shelter. Some were looking for the great adventure, and armed only with their billies and swags, many found it in the great dry plains of the Never Never, the green forests of the mountain country, or the rugged coastline around the world's largest island. The billy is a lightweight tin can with a wire handle used for making tea or boiling water. The swag is a roll of blankets carried on their backs, containing personal belongings which usually amounted to no more than spare tattered clothing, old pipes and tobacco, or a picture of a loved one, a souvenir of another life left behind. Some left to escape the indignity of the soup kitchen and charity. All wandered, and their common bond was mateship. They knew how hard the country was, especially for someone on foot. Their lives were spent walking vast open plains dotted by towns few and far between. Their main worries were their next meal and whether their boots would last the day. All these experiences brought the swagmen or rouseabouts close together when by chance their paths crossed, a welcome break in their long spells of isolation, and a time to gather news around the campfire. Already no stranger to solitude, Lawson understood how these true characters of the outback felt in their search for another tomorrow.
A rouseabout of rouseabouts, from any land or none. I bear a nickname of the bush, and I'm a woman's son. I came from where I camped last night, and at the day-dawn glow I rub the darkness from my eyes, roll up my swag, and go. Some take the track for bitter pride, some for no pride at all. But to us, all the world is wide when driven to the wall. Some take the track for gain in life. Some take the track for loss. And some of us take up the swag as Christ took up the cross. Some take the track for faith in men. Some take the track for doubt. Some flee a squalid home to work their own salvation out. Some dared not see a mother's tears, nor meet a father's face. Born of good Christian families, some leap headlong from grace. Oh, we are men who fought and rose, or fell from many grades. Some born to lie, and some to pray. We're men of many trades. We're men whose fathers were and are of high and low degree. The sea was open to us, and we sailed across the sea. And were our quarrels wrong or just, has no place in my song. We seared our souls in puzzling as to what was right or wrong. We judge not, and we are not judged. 'Tis our philosophy. There's something wrong with every ship that sails upon the sea. From shearing shed to shearing shed we tramp to make a check. Jack Cornstalk and the ne'er-do-well, the tar boy and the wreck. We learn the worth of man to man, and this we learn too well. The shanty and the shearing shed are warmer spots in hell. I've humped my swag to Borley Plain, and further out, and on. I've boiled my billy by the Gulf, and boiled it by the Swan. I've thirsted in dry lignum swamps, and thirsted on the sand, and eked the fire with camel dung in Never Never Land. I know the track from Spencer's Gulf, and north of Cooper's Creek. I've tramped and camped and shore and drunk with many mates out back, and every one to me is Jack, because the first was Jack. A lifer sneaked from jail, at home, the straightest mate I met, a ratty Russian nihilist, a British baronet. I know the tucker tracks that feed, or leave one in the lurch, the Burgoo Presbyterian track, the Murphy Roman Church. But more the man and not the track, so much as it appears, for battling is a trade to learn, and I've served 7 years. We are haunted by the past at times, and this is very bad. And so we drink till horrors come, lest, sober, we go mad. So much is lost out back, so much of hell is realized. A man might skin himself alive, and no one be surprised. A rouseabout of rouseabouts, above, beneath regard. I know how soft is this old world, and I have learned how hard. A rouseabout of rouseabouts. I know what men can feel. I've seen the tears from hard eyes slip as drops from polished steel. I learned what college had to teach, and in the school of men, by campfires I have learned, or say, unlearned it all again. But this I've learned, that truth is strong. And if a man goes straight, he'll live to see his enemies struck down by time and fate. We lend and borrow, laugh and joke, and when the past is drowned, we sit upon our swags and smoke and watch the world go round.